now, so I'm gonna update the names and
Yeah, do
stuff.
that. Right. Like I was saying, Matt Reno, you guys can donate a free $1 to the prize pool. How
Yeah.
sick is that? You guys can do that by using the code TEMPOHH, all lowercase. And you can donate a free $1 to the prize pool. As you said, we've now reached our $1,200 mark. $1,204 going towards this of our goal of $1,500. Let's get to $1,250 tonight. You know what?
Oh. And again, a big shout out to Graysville, a $92 donation to the prize pool. An incredible way to say thanks to the amateur scene. These teams are gonna appreciate it. Like, this is a 5-week series. Each week you're playing for points, and you show up in the finals and the playoffs, and you have yourself a pretty sizable chunk of this prize pool. I mean, these teams practice, they scrim all week, they show up on Wednesday, they give it their all, and it's really cool to see the community say things like that. So help out.
I agree 100%. It's great to see the community getting involved, participating in something. There's a lot of great community events going on right now. And just with all the love that Heroes has been getting recently and all the promotion that Blizzard's putting into it, I love to see the core, the diehard fans who've been here forever, showing up and really shining right now. I think this is great. Obviously, welcome to all the new people.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't totally familiar with what's going on, welcome to Heroes Hype, the premier amateur tournament. It's been around since Alpha of Heroes. We're on week, I don't even know.
Week 4. We're in week 4
of this particular one, but it's like week 70 of how many Heroes Hypes we've done. It's something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, this has been around since Alpha. So if you are new to the Heroes of the Storm community, first of all, welcome. This is a great time, arguably the best time to jump into Heroes. I mean, Blizzard's definitely shown their support for the game. They love the game. Verum, you and I got a chance to speak with the devs at the media summit to see the passion that they have for the game firsthand. Got to see them at the Heroes of the Dorm final as well. So Heroes is on the rise, man. It's cool to see not only the level of play increase at the HTC level, but with all that information out there, we're starting to see some of that filter down to the amateur scene. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it's interesting, you talking with the media summit and talking to the devs. We were literally in the meeting. It was like a lot of the esports people. Like, you're in a meeting with like Dunk and Bread and Caldor and stuff, who and even us asking questions and like grilling the devs, like aggressively questioning the devs. Like, Dread and Caldor ain't gonna not be questioning things, just asking these questions. And no, they were like super responsive, super open to feedback, super optimistic, totally willing to just be like, yeah, totally look into that. I love it, and for me, that was so insightful into the method that they use, where it's like, yeah, we just want to make the best game. We don't have an ego in this. We just want to do the best thing we can. And we're totally opening. If the if the community's got a great idea, we'll listen to it. And that's the kind of stuff that I think will elevate Heroes in the long run. And that Blizzard mentality, like gameplay first, is literally their slogan, their mantra. So I think that's what's going to elevate us. And even now, like, Dyrus is playing the HTC this weekend.
Isn't that crazy?
That's going to get so much positive attention. I'm so stoked, even just for him to stream the scrims. I think it's gonna be huge for the community, for them to like listen to a high level team scrimming and listen to the comms and go, wait a second, like, this isn't a baby MOBA. These guys are going hard. What's happening right now? I think it's going to be a bit of an eye opener for the league community, and I'm excited to welcome them with open arms to Heroes.
Definitely, man. I mean, when I first started playing Heroes, like, I just played like AI games with my friends and stuff, and then I started to see like some of the videos that Caldor put out, and then I was like, wait, there's this thing called Heroes Hype? Like, what is this? And you see this coordinated level to play. It's like, these teams, these guys know how to play. Like, this is a whole different thing. So it's just cool to see it get a larger stage. In the draft, though, Miasma Esports first pick Golden after taking Ariel off the board. I wondered if that was going to inspire an Anubrak Malfurion 1-2 for 4 guys in the Legend, because Mouth Golden offers a good amount of synergy, all things considered. They go for a Nubrak Tychus. Maybe they're anticipating double Warrior.
Yeah, Tychus as well just does well on this map. Odin posts up, able to dish out huge damage at big range. Kind of surprised we saw it prioritized so early. I don't dislike it. Just sort of with the other options that are on the board. Yeah. It's definitely more of a stylistic choice here for 4 guys in Legend, but it's totally fine. Just consistent damage to match the Gul'dan. I like the Nubrak pickup. It's solid into the Gul'dan, solid initiation. They can follow it up with a second warrior themselves. They can also plot up the Li Ming if they want to. Maybe a little less likely on this map. Johanna Falstad. Okay, interesting. First global. We'll see if maybe the Dahak is the answer. And Johanna, just solid across the board.
Yeah, I think if there's any map to consider straying away from the standard Johanna build and picking up things like, what is the Eternal Retaliation level 4 for Johanna? It's a map like Infernal Shrines where you just effectively get like condemns forever.
Yeah.
Falstad shows up, global pressure, the ability to soak, the ability to fly in, Mighty Gust for the disengage brings you a lot of options, a lot of poke damage with the main stat setup, or potentially auto attack. A lot of options there to be had. All strong selections. No team has picked up a support just yet, which is something of a surprise to me, all considering.
That is a very good point. Uther's being banned out here.
Spicy.
Kind of. I mean, Uther's not bad here. Obviously, we're seeing a lot more Uther play of late. As he's received all those changes. My Bay Uther is back. He'll be replaced shortly by my new Bay, Tyrande. Yeah, kind of surprised. We haven't seen that mouth. I expect to be grabbed in this rotation if it's not banned right here. We could see potentially Medic as well if there's not a lot of heavy dive followed up on the side of 4 guys in the Legend. Just battery pack that Gul'dan. It's definitely an option. I would like to see Dahaka Malfurion if I'm 4 guys in the Legend. I would want to see that second warrior match the global and get the best support in the game, roughly.
Very astute observations, and I'm 100% on board with all of it. I feel like the ideal and optimal selections here would be Dahaka and Malfurion. I'm actually surprised that Arthas was the ban over Malfurion because this feels like support, like chicken. It's like, you're gonna ban Uther, Ariel's already banned out, and neither team has taken a support. If I'm on Miasma and I'm going into my second ban phase, I haven't yet taken Malfurion. I have Gul'dan. One way or the other, I'm going deep into my support pool because the enemy team's either going to take Malfurion or I'm going to ban him out right here. To ban Arthas, like, you already have Mighty Gust, you have Iron Skin, so as long as Gul'dan's cool, like, I don't know. I'm just surprised to see the Arthas ban.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to see the ban, period, but knowing that Malfurion was going to be the pick, that's kind of surprising. I just realized Dahaka did get the nerf on this current patch, so I guess maybe that's why they're not prioritizing him as much here. Forgot they did end up putting. So
that's right. Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, definitely dropping that prioritization. I like the Kael'thas as well, more range damage. They definitely need another warrior though, something beefy. And that is a good way to blow someone up in the back line. Is a Zeratul. They need that support, though. Who is it going to be? Rhaegar. Solid pickup here. Solid choice. Yeah. Good way to get into the back line there. Zeratul's going to go in, cause some havoc, follow up with the Falstad. They can isolate with Mighty Gust, follow up with the Blessed Shield. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy.
A well-played Zeratul is one of the most terrifying and dynamic things you'll see in Heroes of the Storm, and Miasma is a team that has the caliber to do exactly that. If I'm on the back line of 4 guys in the Legend, I become immediately concerned when that stealth assassin shows up. We do finally see Dahaka get picked up. A lot of AoE damage in the form of Kael'thas and Dahaka as far as wave clear goes. But yeah, if I'm on the back line of 4 guys in the Legend, I'm worried about Zeratul just showing up, Q and W, taking half my health bar away and then dashing out. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get the reaction, and they need an immediate follow-up from the Kael'thas. If he can land that Gravity Lapse, anywhere I can follow up to Hawk with the Drag, the Roots, anything. If they can just land that first round of initial CC, 4 Guys in Legend has a very good chance of shutting down Lex Luthor on that Zeratul. Lex Luthor used to be a support main for the longest time, but he's eventually transitioned over into more of that assassin role, just showing off those mechanics here. So we'll see how he does on that very high skill tier assassin that is Zeratul.
One thing that's interesting when you see a player transition to such a different role is that they bring some of that positioning insight to the new role. So if someone's that plays support, you know, they position themselves as support and suddenly they're a damage dealer, they almost use that information as like, I know the enemy team support is going to position here because that's what I do when I play support. So I'm going to do this to counteract that. It offers something of like a second tier, like chess level strategy, and because of that, I expect to see Lex Luthor have a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to do pretty well here. I mean, he's got Tychus, he's got Mouth, he's got KT, lots of heroes that you can just pop if given the correct circumstance. So he's definitely got the opportunity is there for him. He's just got to be able to execute it. So we'll see how that goes here. The winner of this, of course, will go on to our semifinals. So lots on the line here in this round. Tempo Storm, Heroes Hype, all that good stuff. Oh man, such a great pairing. I love it.
On the left side, we have Miasma Esports. It's going to be Vestige playing Johanna. D. Steves is on Falstad and Necromongers. It's on Gul'dan, Lex Uthor. Stuffing around on Zeratul, and Zero Max will play the support as Rhaegar.
Yes, indeed. On the other side, we got 4 guys and a legend. We have Elohim playing Malfurion, Legend himself on that Kael'thas, LZ Gamer playing the Dahaka, Taliant on Tychus, and Jin on Anubarak. Wow, this roster is stacked. I haven't seen this particular iteration of it before, but that's a lot of good people. I like it.
A lot of mainstays in the amateur scene. They definitely know what they're doing. They've come away the champions, and we've had a chance to interview them. And if it's up to 4 guys and a legend, I'm sure they're going to look to try to have another interview tonight by winning this week. We'll see.
Yes, indeed. As my chair is the squeakiest thing known to man. All right, I literally almost didn't hear what you were saying there. It's just squeaking inside you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, I know. Vestige is going in, though. Look at this wave clear, this standard rotation. This is about as standard as it gets right now. You've got the decent rotation, the top soul laner with the Falstad. That being said, there's some kill potential here. Zeratul needs to be killed, and the Dahaka just burrowed up. All right, D. Steves is going to be in a lot of trouble. There's the Burchers, the Impale misses, but there's the follow-up, the drag, and there's the root. Oh, not actually connecting on D. Steves, though, but that is still going to be the takedown. Elohim almost missing the memo. LZ Gamer actually dragged him out of the root.
Way closer than I thought it would be. I thought for a moment there Falstad might live to fight another day, but ultimately the first takedown is had by 4 guys and a legend. Their near instantaneous wave clear, though, should allow them to maintain macro pressure and soak. So, not the worst situation in the world. Zeratul's up there to soak, but it definitely stalls their advance.
Yeah, for sure. It forces them back, just slows the rotation a bit. Talion actually got chunked in the bot lane, taking a lot of damage there, following up on a nice condemn coming out there from Johanna. Vestige is going in, already into this pressure. Lex Luthor as well wants to make something happen here. Elohim did take the scouting drone at level 1, so that will give him some advantage of scouting out the Zeratul's positioning, so watch for that, because Elohim is going to be careful with where he places those to get maximum value. That being said, Vestige could potentially get, because look, still has Iron Skin though, so he's totally fine. Both teams super even right now. Vestige, oh, I may have spoke too soon. Okay, no, I didn't. It's totally good.
The burrow, the impale was not there for the follow-up, but either way, Johanna is able to escape. The first shrine phase is here, level 4, not too far off for the members of Miasma Esports. The defender count, though, steadily rising for 4 guys and a legend. With their level 4 talents now ahead, you should see Miasma look to roll in.
Yeah, I think so. Lex Luthor already getting poked to start this off, but Vestige is running in. That lightning shield can be getting some value here. The blinds coming out as well, though. Dahaka and Falstad can both rotate down on a moment's notice. And as I say that, they're doing exactly that as LZ Gamer has gone in deep into the backline, forced to pop that essence. Nice damage, though, onto the Zeratul, getting absolutely deleted. And that is the first takedown of this engagement. What coordination from the team of 4 guys and a legend. Securing that takedown, easy peasy. And that's going to mean this is a free shrine for them.
LZ Gamer, like, you ever see like a boxing match and like the fight card girl walks by and just kind of like draws the attention of the crowd and then they just like walk away? That was pretty much LZ Gamer right there. Like, he showed up out of position at half health, and I'm sure Miasma was like, free Dahaka? Sure. But then when he came out of the burrow, he had to use his essence, pretty much reset his health bar, and then just strolled away. But then all those abilities were used on nothing, and then Zeratul dies. Like, that was the ultimate distraction.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, let's be fair. UFC ring girls justifiably distracting. LZ Gamer. UFC ring, that's what we've learned from this. All right, lessons learned here, guys. Today is the thing. Both teams backing up, going to pick up their siege camps here. Going to start to put some pressure on the map in the macro sense. We're going to watch for them in about a minute and a half to go pick up the bruiser camps as well. Have that pushing and hope that they can get an advantage there as hopefully these shrines in the bottom lane. That being said, a nice little bit of damage coming in from the side of 4 guys and legend in the mid. Going to be securing themselves level 7 just a little bit earlier here.
For the record, LZ Gamer, I think you're a beautiful dinosaur. Don't you let Enverum say anything to the contrary. Level 7.
I'm literally saying exactly that, though, as Vestige dies. Come on.
Johanna, the frontline tank, is going to get taken down. A nice grenade by Taliant leaves Lex Luthor in position to get a little bit more chip damage. Root goes in on D. Steves, as does the chase. The goose gets cooked on Falstad, paves the way for the 4th takedown, 2-0 in favor of 4 guys and a legend. They're looking pretty good.
Don't barrel roll in. Just as a general rule, don't blink in. Yeah, I appreciate the mentality of trying to keep his air tool alive, but really aggressive positioning from the Falstad there ended up costing him his life as well. Not a big deal here in the early game, but what was a fraction of a lead here for the side of 4 Guys and Legend has advanced to a full level lead now, going to be extending. So that race to 10 is handedly in favor to them. Both teams are going to back up here, should start picking up the bruiser camps as the next shrine is going to spawn right now.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, no, it is not a big deal. The death timers are short. You know, everybody's already back to business. But when you go against these high-caliber teams like 4 Guys and a Legend, it's those little things that turn into 2-3 level leads down the road. So this is definitely something that Miasma Esports wants to shore up before heroics get picked up, before level 13 comes around. Because every little bit counts. And they don't want to find themselves in a position where by the time they start to really build their momentum, it's too little too late.
Yes, indeed. So now handed lead coming out here for the side of 4 Guys and Legends, camping out under the healing award. It's the side of Miasma. That being said, LZ Gamer has joined the party. Nice cleanse, but not enough to get Gul'dan out of there. Elohim is getting chunked down by Alex Uther as well, though, going in the back line. Nice use of the blink and the Vorpal to get himself around in that fight, but 22-11 right now. Double the score is 4 Guys and Legend, level 10 around the corner for them. I think if you decide at Miasma, you just got to keep this one up.
LZ Gamer went fishing, found the Gul'dan for his trouble, got the takedown there. Heroics are picked up along with a Punisher. This is how games start to snowball. Lex Uther tries to get as much damage as he can on Dahaka, but Dahaka's more just annoyed than anything else as he's able to walk away. This environment is the definition of a power play. You win the objective, you have your heroics. 4 Guys and Legend looking to do some damage.
Yeah, they're going to want this fort at the very least here. Iron Skin is blown from Vestige, so that's something not at their disposals. Level 10 is still a ways off for the side of Miasma here, so they need to retreat. This Punisher is going to go down shortly, but a nice little chunk of structural lead here coming out for the side of 4 Guys and Legend as Dahaka is also split pushing the top lane. LZ Gamer doing what Dahaka does best. Well, that's a bit of a chunk this way.
Not too bad. I mean, all things considered, it could be a lot worse for Miasma Esports. To only lose 1 fort in that time where you don't have heroics, that's something of a sigh of relief because they could be trying to defend their bottom keep wall right now or waiting for more heroes to respawn. But LZ Gamer gets potentially caught out. We see adaptation get used, gives him another health bar. The chase is on still. LZ Gamer finally out of health bars, potentially. Dahaka finally goes down.
Am I crazy or did he not burrow there?
I don't think he did, actually. We do see the Odin come down. Iron Skin gets Johanna out of the root, throws in the blind for the disengage. But by the time it's all said and done, the siege camp gets snapped away by 4 Guys and Legend, so they get value somewhere. Yeah, but spending more value, his talent does actually fall here, but trading on 1-for-1 nicely done as Zeratul drops as well. The damage from Legend is enough to secure that. So trading on a lot of heroics. We see 3 heroics now blown. For 1 here on the side of 4 Guys and Legends, so that's not too bad as they're rotating up now, grabbing their bruiser camp. Both teams just trying to reset the map as best they can going into this. The side of Miasma that you're playing for 13 at this point, they've now gotten behind it and not been able to extricate themselves from this downward slope of being in between these talent tiers that you need to make those plays between 10 and 13, 10 and 6, or 13, 16. This is where you really need to say, let's gun it, let's go all in, force the opposing team to pump the brakes a bit, take a step back, because level 13's here. And that's the shrine. Yeah, the general ebb and flow of how the soap game progresses, especially in Infernal Shrines, is critically important. And I agree with you, Verum. I think this was the time that Miasma Esports needed to do something before level 13 gets picked up, which is now here for 4 Guys and Legend. And look at this. Got someone stuck in here. The root to follow up. The Mighty Gust isn't going to be enough. No, the burst damage is going to be there. Falstad again finds himself with his screen having a blue tint as he waits to respawn. Yeah, not ideal. I like this choice, though, for Miasma. They're like, you know what? We're down the talent here. We accept that. Let's just split push. Let's get ourselves something for our troubles, especially with staggered Falstad down. So they're just going to grab this fort in the bottom lane as well. They cannot kill LC Gamer here. Even with the Blessed Shield blown, there is literally 0 chance that he dies. That dodge! And I may have spoke too soon because he literally... What? Okay, so the net result is that the Horrified did its job, right? I mean, that was an extremely well-timed juke by LZ Gamer. I was like, wait, did he just shuck and jive the freaking Horrified? He does, but the follow-up damage, all that did is effectively root him in place, so when he came back out, he was out of options, but man, precision play from LZ Gamer. Yeah,
Yeah, really. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't live, to be honest. I mean, they've done a good job. Normally, you just can't exploit a Dehaka like that. Normally, he gets out, but there's enough CC on the table to the side of Miasma. They actually can pressure it out, and he lives through it, even with the adaptation. Really surprising. Nicely done there. Getting stuff elsewhere on the map. They're now an even talent here. This is Miasma's chance to come back. If they can bait Four Guys Legend, if they can cause him to overextend, if they can capitalize on it, this is where they can get stuff done. And there's the VP. Lexu, they're trying to make something happen. The Mighty Gusto separating up the team. And now that's a nice cleanse, but oh no, that is the end of Zeratul.
Zeratul not crafty enough. He gets taken down. Ancestral Healing was available, but he was not within Rhaegar's range. That is going to put this top keep in jeopardy. Jhin burrows over, gets a good amount of pressure on Gul'dan. More than enough to get another takedown as the Cocoon locks up Zero Max. Again, an instance where Ancestral Healing is not available, this time by way of Cocoon. Talent, the next potential target. Jhin barrels in there to deflect. It's not going to be enough. Here's the return takedown. Do Miasma continue to press this?
Yeah, especially because that is a Pyroblast coming out from Legend. There's the Ancestral. It is going to be enough to keep Steve's alive. Nice call there from Zero Max to say, yeah, I'm going to just save you there, bud. This is the right decision at this point. I mean, blowing a huge cooldown, but I think it's actually worth it to maintain momentum on the map they've got going right now. So now, Four Guys Legend have to back out. They didn't secure the keep. That's what they wanted. So a nice hold, all things considered, from Miasma.
Yeah, Zero Max was like, finally, I can use this freaking Ancestral Healing on someone. They're able to save Falstad. I wonder if Falstad was, if he tried to fly back to base, like if he had the presence of mind, if that would have happened in time. But doesn't matter. Level 16 is around the corner, though, for Four Guys and a Legend. Again, Verum, this is one of those situations where I feel Miasma needs to be aggressive before level 16 comes up.
Yeah, I mean, they're only down a little more than half a level. They've come back beautifully in this game. Maybe they try and stall, but I'm always in favor of teams getting a little bit aggressive and trying to force something, especially when you got all your heroics. Actually, don't have all the heroics up. So that's actually a big factor. Not having the Ancestral for this fight is maybe what's saying, you know what, we should take this a little easier. And they almost have level 16 themselves. They've done a beautiful job coming back in this game. 6.5 out of 10. Nicely done. They need to be careful that they don't ruin all their good work by engaging a little bit too early.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to play this card now, let's just get the level 16 ISO themselves. I commend the effort. They've really been able to soak through level 15 a lot sooner than I figured that they would. So the gamble pays off. The grenade goes out on Lex Luthor. No follow-up. Level 16 is now had by both teams. The next team fight here in Verum could very well decide the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Pyroblast is coming off cooldown. Ancestral is back off cooldown. Everything is at the disposal here of both these teams. Jhin is going in. Dampen Magic is a good spell, though. It's a good ability at level 1. They're going in now. Level 16 is had for both sides. They are on an even talent here for the first time in this game. And here comes LC Gamer in the backline. Misses the tongue, though. He's burrowing himself out, popping that Essence Spell. Nice VP separating the team. Great job there. And the fear is going in. LC Gamer, though, is running for dear life. Is able to survive. And no falls. Nicely done, but trading 1-for-1 for Zeratul. And that is going to be the first 2 takedowns of this fight. But the web wrap actually saving him. Oh, no.
The counter synergy. You're inside the cocoon breathing a sigh of relief when that Pyroblast doesn't hit. The Ancestral Healing does, however. Zero Max gets that in at the exact right time. Talent trying to get another takedown. Legend potentially caught forward on Kel'Thas, starts to back away. The Iron Skin goes out on Johanna Vest, seeing if he can make something happen for his team. Necromongers has a good amount of health and mana, tries to press the issue before Johanna goes down. This is another takedown, 2-for-1 in favor of Four Guys and a Legend. The grenade goes out. Falstad's able to get away, though. Crazy team fight.
Wow, really nicely executed there from both sides. Four Guys and the Legend, despite massively dropping the ball on that anti-synergy, recovered beautifully, capitalizing on an overextension from Vestige, utilizing everything in perfect unison there, just really nicely done. And I mean, the side of Miasma's respawning. They're coming back in here. There's actually a slight chance that maybe they can contest this. It's going to be tight, though.
Yeah, they wouldn't have needed to commit to that, like, immediately. I think they could have potentially taken a run at this, but it would have been an all-in gamble. They decided to play it a little more passively, a little more conservatively. They send Lex Luthor to the top to clear out the wave. Arcane Punisher is picked up, though. That is the most difficult Punisher to deal with as far as positioning goes. So, 1 takedown, 2 takedowns, that's at least the bottom keeper.
Yeah, for sure. And this is where I really want that thanks spray from Overwatch. If you're that Falstad and you get saved by that web wrap, that Cocooner's like, thanks. Just drop that emote right there. It's like, good job, buddy. Punisher's getting baited in beautifully, though. The Arcane Sentries are starting to rip through stuff as these two towers go down. They are going to be putting the pressure in, and that is another very weakened keeper. But I think this time, 4 guys. Legend is going to secure it. Odin's being popped as well. Nice jump connecting on it, too, as well. Vestige just said that Iron's going to keep us down. Talion, though, might have actually wasted that Odin a little bit. Not really sure he needed to blow that there. That's actually a big cooldown that's getting negative value as Lexer there's actually looking for the flank. Here comes the party bush. The VP is available. Can they make something happen here, Lauren?
I'm not sure. The members of 4 Guys and Legends spread out after they spotted Alexa Uthor. 2 members bunched together. The cocoon goes in, though. No void prison for you. Jin with the stiff arm on Zeratul. The Horrify isolates Tychus, who's able to run and gun out of there. The Twilight Dream for the disengage into a 3-person void prison. Is the follow-up going to be there? Vestige steps forward. Condemn is not necessary. Tychus is the first to fall, and I don't think they're done.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that again, but Jin negated the Pyroblast again with a millimeter to spare. It was 1 second away from hitting the Zeratul when he web wrapped him. I'm not sure if this is literally Jin just trolling his team at this point, because that's kind of what it feels like. That's twice in a row. And that's probably the game. That's actually absolutely GG. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I asked if they were done, and I didn't think they'd be done the other way. Like, the moment I asked that, 4 members dropped on the side of Miasma Esports. What looked like the promising team fight with the Horrify and Isolation on Tychus turns into an absolute nightmare. Twilight Dream palm aside, 4 Guys and the Legend advance further into this week's Heroeside Temple Storm series.
Yeah, Goldan falls, and that is going to be it. The rest of the team is respawning, but GG is it. 4 Guys and the Legend advance. Nicely done onto the semifinals here. And, ooh, wow, that mighty gust, though.
Hadouken!
Hadouken! Excellent.
Well, when 2 teams take serious compositions and clash at each other, you get some very high-level, dynamic Heroes of the Storm action. Miasma Esports, thanks for putting on quite the performance. Had a good run. 4 Guys and Legend take the team fight that ultimately decided the game, however. Those are veterans of the scene, and their experience definitely was on display that game.
Absolutely. They're going to be going up against Scorpion, Raccoon. Okay. In this next one, oh, that's actually a lot of people recognize. Earthshaker, Electromad, Nailter. That's a pretty solid roster there as well. So that's going to be a decent matchup here. I'm excited for that as well. Across the way, we've got East Coast Revolvers up against the New Guys. So that's Grim and friends. Okay, nice.
The New Guys are solid, man.
Yeah.
We've seen them in a previous week. They made it to the finals, I think week 2? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
But they made it to the finals. And when they did, like, they were only together for 2 days, hence the name The New Guys. So I've been really looking forward to see them, how they play, like, once they had some more time under their belt, because they showed promise.
Yeah, I'm stoked, especially because when I looked at this initial round of teams and I thought, I have a pretty good idea of who I think we're going to have roughly in our semifinals. But no Shot in the Dorm losing bullets, no Miasma Esports, no LFM.
It is a new day.
It's a new day. Instead, 4 Guys in Legend definitely are the most veteran of these players in the AM scene. They've been chunking around for ages. Tuark for a long time. For that, nice as well. They've been a bunch of different stuff over the years. LZ Gamer has been just for years at this point.
Yeah.
So awesome to see there. So yeah.